Welcome back to Pace Law Firm, talking once again with immigration lawyer Andy Semichuk, immigration lawyer extraordinaire, here to answer the questions from the people in our speed round. Are you ready, Andy?
You bet. Let's go.
I've got a couple of doozies here. Let's start off here. On January 24th of this year, the visa office asked my husband to send a current police check/job document as they want to finalize the decision for us. Does this mean we may not have to do an interview if we submitted a lot of information? She goes on. We had kept all of our emails from the first day we met on Facebook on July 29, 2009, among other important photos and gifts and letters. It feels great to know everything is done, and now for the final yes or no. This is actually the hardest part of the whole immigration process, is the waiting. Also, do they finalize it sometimes before the 45 days are up? So it sounds like they're on the finish line. They want to know about the interview.
Yeah, they're in the final sprint, so to speak. It looks promising. If they're going to finalize it without an interview, they would ask for them to send the passport in. I'm not sure in your question whether she mentioned a passport. I don't think she did. So if she didn't, there may be an interview. But sometimes they will just say, send in your passport with these documents. And the medical is a good signal that they're very close to the end. So the answer, it sounds like from this information, is they may want an interview because they didn't ask for the passport.
Okay, let's go on to number 2. Are there any opportunities in Canada for English school teachers for skilled immigration?
There are, however, you need an employer, unfortunately. So if you're outside of Canada, you're a school teacher, you want to work in Canada, start looking on the websites for jobs for teachers in Canada. For example, Monster or Craigslist or Kijiji and places like that. Or post a note saying you want to teach in Canada and see if someone will respond and perhaps offer you a temporary work permit or at least a temporary job. And with that, you can apply through the immigration process to become a teacher in Canada. Unfortunately, there are a lot of teachers waiting for jobs in Canada, so realistically, it's going to be difficult.
Okay.
One added thing, if there's a specialization involved, for example, teaching French or some sort of home economics or anything like that, that will help you.
Home economics is a specialty?
Well, yeah, cooking, sewing or whatever they do.
I never took that one.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You can tell. Number 3. This came from a very frustrated person, I might add. There were a few exclamation points in here and stuff. It's been more than enough time now. I've been waiting 5 months after my medical, so now it makes me so confused about my status. The last thing I'm thinking to do is get it done through, quote, a fast-track inquiry. Is that right?
All right. In immigration, slow is fast. If you want speed, you're in the wrong area. There's no speed in immigration.
Okay.
5 months, I know that's intolerable in the real world, but in immigration, it's still not out of this world. So I would say patience is your best medicine. However, if you want to do something, then what you would do is contact the consulate. If you look on their website, they have contact information, and you can send an email in, and they will respond to an email asking about the status of your case. You have to find the website, use Google, and find the relevant consular office, and do that if you feel that you're being neglected. But as I say, in this case, I would say patience is your best medicine.
Now, is it human nature everywhere around? Like, I wouldn't go writing consulates with a lot of exclamation points and a lot of indignant
absolutely.
language.
Absolutely. That's a terrible mistake. You don't want to bite the hand that feeds you. So you got to be polite and professional in communicating with them. I don't urge you to use that indiscriminately. But if you really do feel that you have been neglected or something is wrong, there's no harm in contacting the consulate or having someone like a lawyer like myself contact the consulate on your behalf.
Go ahead and just say please.
Right.
Be polite. Okay. Next one. Number 4. After receiving an 8-month postgraduate work permit, I took 1 month to find a job in Saskatchewan. I worked for 6 months, and then I applied under the Saskatchewan student program. So out of 8 months, 7 are over. Sounds like 1 month is left. And the SINP, the Saskatchewan student program, takes 3 to 4 months. This is one of those cases where the person's kind of stuck in the middle. You've read the question. What's your advice?
I would say with this person, she's got a gap here or he's got a gap here. The gap is they're going to be accepted down the road and they're in something right now, but how do we fill the gap? And the answer is you're going to need a job offer. Now, we need more information from this person to be able to give her or him a better insight. An example of what could be said is if the person were, say, from Australia, then there are programs like SWAP where students or just postgraduates are able to work in Canada for a period of time that can be used for something like this. Otherwise, what's going to be needed is a labor market opinion and a work permit. And the key to this person's dilemma is the employer. If there's an employer who's willing to play ball, have them file a labor market opinion right away and apply for a work permit while the labor market opinion application is in process, with a request that, look, this is a gap, trying to jump the gap measure, and we need permission for this person to continue working until she reaches or he reaches the next step. So that's the way to do it.
Is it just me, or are some of these questions like people are leaving it to the last?
That's human
month,
nature, like you don't attend to something. When the tooth hurts, that's when you go to the dentist. Otherwise, you think, next day, next week, next month.
Okay.
Human nature. What can you do?
Okay. Number 5, here's a nice easy one to finish it up.
Okay.
The other ones you need a lawyer. This one,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe just Google. Is there any age limit for a student visa?
Answer, no. No age limit.
Okay, so you can apply, like a high school kid can apply for a student visa?
Right, you can. Yes, you can. Even high school kids, young kids can get student visas through the system. Of course, you have to get the school to back you up on it, as can older people, even retired people who want to go to university and so on. Mm-hmm. There's no real limit on it.
Nice. All right, there you go. That's the speed round. Don't forget to write in your questions on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, the blog, wherever. Get a hold of Andy. We'll answer the questions for you. If we don't answer the questions right away, not too many exclamation points. We'll get to it. All right. Thanks, Andy. We'll see you next time. Bye.